And after taking the 2012 Caribbean Championship, Team Cuba looked to continue their proud tradition, facing friendly rivals, the New York Cosmos, on June 2nd at Estadio Nacional in Havana. Diplomacy and sports are again synonymous, and the New York Cosmos will again represent the United States, helping to build a bridge to the Cuban people and the Cuban nation.
Good morning, everybody. There you go. Now we're getting a little more excited. This is a great day. I'm Fernando Fiore, still Fernando Fiore. Even from last December, I'm still the same guy. And I bring in my lucky tie, the green tie, because this is a great day, and the Cosmos always bring me great memories. And this is such an honor to be here today. I'm really happy because this is a very important day that will get two of the greatest moments in the last, I don't know how many years, probably since the Berlin Wall. We're gonna get now the people from United States and the people from Cuba together through soccer. How can it get better than that? Like Chef says, that's the international world. Soccer, football, anywhere we go, we can always talk about soccer. And today is a very special day also because it's so exciting, and I'm so excited to be here because today, 35 years ago, I landed from Argentina in New York. That was exactly in cold March, 35 years ago in 1980. And people were thinking, well, you might look for an apartment. Thank God my family was here. You might look for a job. I could do that, but I was looking for a soccer team. Back in 1980, I was living my passion of soccer from Argentina. Imagine a kid, 19-year-old kid in Argentina going every Sunday to the games to see River play. And now I was here, no habla inglés, está en Hoboken, New Jersey. That wasn't as nice as it is now in 1980, if you remember, some of the old guys here. And I was looking for a soccer team. And guess what? Guess what team was the best team in the world at that time?
The Cosmos.
Say it with pride. Cosmos. That was the best team in the world. And I was only 15 minutes from my home in New Jersey. So I was getting out of Hoboken trying to see that nobody attacked me. And I will go to see Cocos, which also have to look at around. And I will have the wonderful privilege to see those great players on a field in a beautiful giant stadium. So 35 years later, I'm here with Coach Tavarese and the rest of the Cosmos country enjoying what is my real passion, football and get people together. So from Street Soccer USA, the official charity partner of the New York Cosmos, Mr. Lawrence Kahn. Lawrence? Have it? Mr. Anthony Vucenic. From the Office of State Senator Dean Skelos, Mr. Jose Garcia Oliva. For his donation of the wonderful Times Square signs today, clear channels, Mr. Harvey Coughlin. Harvey, thank you very much. The sign looks great. I will take a selfie later. And we also like to give a very heartfelt thank you to the Mariel Marquis for helping us create this spectacular event today. Thank you all. We have two very, very, very special elected leaders with us today, right here in our front table. And first, joining us this morning, is a good friend to the Cosmos, the Dean of the New York Congressional Delegation, representing Harlem, East Harlem, Northern Manhattan, including Randall Island. Remember that the Cosmos played there. Shep, you had a great time in Randall Island in the 70s, no? Then, here with us, let's welcome the Honorable Charles B. Rank.
New York Cosmos, let's go. My colleague and friend, Gregory Meeks, are sports fans, yes. But we've spent the last 50 years trying to bring Cuba and America closer together. It's been over 54 years that we've had this embargo. The reasons for the embargo was to bring down the communist government and Castro with it. I think, Greg, we've had about 10 presidents since then. And obviously we have not been successful. But notwithstanding what we have done, the love and affection that the Cuban people and the American people have had for each other has withstood all of the political pressures that presidents here and Castro there have tried to do. As a matter of fact, by chance, I was in Havana when President Obama announced the relaxation of the embargo. And there were two things that all the Cubans said that they loved about the United States. One was sports, and the other was every damn thing else. And so, today, this is historic, not just for you sport fans, but for those who are looking ahead to see what kind of world are we leaving for our children and our grandchildren. I was blessed to have gone with President Obama to Trinidad for the Organization of American States, meeting the presidents of people from Mexico, Central America, South America. They loved him. Even the people from Venezuela, from Ecuador were trying to get President Obama's autographs, even though they had verbally embarrassed him back home. But the one thing that brought the Americas together was Cuba. They said, with all of the greatness that Americas can be, North and South and Central, recognize this little island for the dignity that they deserve. And so, this is bringing the people together.
With the resumption of diplomatic relations with Cuba, it means that that island, 90 miles of our shores, that we too will have people-to-people contact. Because you see, as of right now, without diplomatic relations, the only nation in the world that don't have the freedom of people-to-people contact and traveling to and from is the United States and Cuba. And that doesn't make sense. And so when you think about the world being a much smaller place today than it was just a few years ago, and bringing folks together, there is no better way to do that than other than sport. And no better way than the international sport, soccer or football, bringing people together. As I was sitting and just thinking, from the video, we saw how sport brought communist China and the United States together with the visit by President Nixon. We also saw how sport in South Africa, the first thing that Nelson Mandela did to bring his nation together was have a big game in a stadium to bring a country together. Sport, bringing people together. And all you have to do is to be around when the World Cup is going on. And I don't care where you are in the world, when the World Cup is going on, people are sitting and engaged. In fact, in many places, everything stops to watch sport. And in this day and age when a lot of things are going on, you know, the news is full with what's taking place with reference to negotiations in Iran or taking place with reference with Russia and Ukraine and all these other things. One of the things that makes us or gives us this common denominator is sports. And so the symbolic importance and significance of June 2nd of not just any team, but the Cosmos, the New York Cosmos, is significant because of what New York is. New York is an international city with people from all over the world who love this game called soccer here or football all around the world. Now joining where there's another big sport country, Cuba. Uniting, as my colleague said, the Western Hemisphere, making a difference for us all. It is going to be a day of people coming together with people not concerned about all the other things, but making sure that there's now economic opportunity and vitality in both places. And so I say to Mr. O'Brien, thank you for sticking with it, staying focused, making sure that you kept New York's championship team from 2013 aggressive and moving forward. Thank you for the vision and working collectively with the State Department and making sure that we make this dream come reality.
Those two very passionate, wonderful remarks from the Congressman. Little did I think that nearly 2 months after being with many of you across town, introducing the legendary Raul as our latest signing, that we would be back here so soon for such an historic announcement. When we started out on our reboot season, barely 2 years ago, we encouraged everybody to join with us on what I, for one, had always believed was going to be one of the great sporting journeys. Back to the top of North American soccer and a respected position on the global stage. From our signing of Emirates, the world's biggest corporate supporter of global soccer, as our founding partner, to the submission of our plans to build a new home for the team at Belmont, achieving our 6th Soccer Bowl championship in 2013, winning the first New York soccer derby of the modern age in the US Open Cup in 2014, and then of course in December, signing the Spanish legend Raul to the team. The journey so far has already exceeded most people's expectations. However, I for one will be the first to admit that our announcement today was certainly not in the original script. But then again, as we've always said, this is the New York Cosmos. Learn to dream, dream big, and expect the unexpected. For many around the world, New York is America's truly global city, and the height of many people's dreams and aspirations. So too, as a team, we have always had the tradition of leading the global ambitions for soccer in the United States. And in fact, following our recent matches in Hong Kong and at the weekend in El Salvador, Cuba will be the 42nd country in the history of the team that we have visited and played matches. No other team, past or present, gets close. In doing so, part of our vision for the team over time is not only to become a key player in the global soccer economy of tomorrow, but also to be a natural global ambassador for the United States, and in particular for the great city and state of New York. As a team, throughout our history, we have often come to symbolize and represent the nation and this city. And at the same time that we hope we can inspire others to the common cause and the values of the game. I, for one, have always believed in the power of sport to bring people together and to bring down barriers. And I'm very fortunate throughout my career, I've personally been able to witness many of these instances firsthand.
Realmente para mí es un privilegio estar acá con todos ustedes, con los miembros del club de New York Cosmos. Agradecerle al señor presidente, también a Gio, mi colega, y bueno, a todos los que han permitido que se realice este encuentro, este sueño que es poder efectuar ese partido en Havana, y les aseguro que será un hecho histórico, lo vamos a disfrutar mucho y esperemos que se concrete, que se realice, porque hay mucha expectativa en toda Cuba porque el Cosmos pueda visitarnos y hacer el partido.
lucky man to be part of this organization, to be the head coach. And I'm a lucky man because I feel the love left from these players right here, the players that participated in the past, be able to travel to different countries like we're doing and we did right now in preseason, Hong Kong, El Salvador, and many other places. And as soon as we get there, we feel the love of that they left, when they participated, when they went to Hong Kong in the past. And one thing that has been said many times tonight, the New York Cosmos has done the best, which is put people together. And this is the best intention of this trip, to put through soccer people together, to enjoy a good competitive match in Havana, when representatives from NASL and CONCACAF, which I have to thank, made the contact, and put us together to be able to meet in January with the delegation of Cuba that was in Jamaica. I had the chance to be able to come to the president of the Cuban national team, or the Cuban Federation, and I said, we would like to play a match against you sometime before the Gold Cup. And at the beginning, he said, okay, let's talk about it. Where are you coming from? I said, from New York, and we're the New York Cosmos. His eyes opened up, and he said, we'd love to play with the New York Cosmos. That's a team that we would love to play our match. We'd love to have you here. And since that moment, we start talking, and I have to thank you, Coach, for being here today, for your delegation, to accept us to play there. For us, it will be a great match to bring people together, to be competitive, and hopefully can help as well for you to have a good Gold Cup. Because at the end of the day, you also need to prepare your team in order to be able to participate in the Gold Cup. So thank you again. Thank you all of you for being here.